A rows broken out over fundraising for Help the Heroes in the wake of the murder of Lee Rigby, because you have blocked, as we understand it, donations being raised by the leader of the English Defence League. Now, you always want and you always need money. Why do you not want this money?
Well, that's we're a non-political and non-critical organisation, Eamon, and we wouldn't want to knowingly accept money from any extremist organisation. But the most important thing to think about here is we're in Paris to support the young men and women who've been wounded in the service of our country, and we've got 300 of us here, including 50 wounded men and women, some without legs, who are going to be riding 380 miles back to London later on today. So that's what we're here for, and that's what we're excited about.
Okay, well, that's what you're doing, but you know, it's £100,000. You could be turning your back on a potential. That's what he's saying. Tommy Robinson, this ride that he's doing, or this walk that he's doing, could raise you that amount of money. Is this your decision, or are you governed by things like the Charity Commission?
We are, as you'd appreciate, we are a non-political organisation, and we do not knowingly accept money from any organisation that is considered to be extreme. And that's fine. We've got hundreds of thousands of people in this country who are doing it, raising money for us, and that's what we need. And we're very grateful for what we're getting. Thank you.
So Tommy Robinson as an individual wouldn't be a problem, but Tommy Robinson as leader of EDL is a problem.
We're asking everybody in this country to react in a very restrained and dignified way to the dreadful murder of Lee Rigby. And that's what we're doing here. We're trying to counter terrible evil last week with some great good.
Emma, could you give me an idea? Bryn talks there about the terrible evil. Could you give me an idea as to the response you've had as a charity and as an organisation since that terrible evil?
Yes, it's been completely overwhelming, the response from the British public to the dreadful murder of Lee. I think people feel helpless sometimes, and that's how we felt when we started Help for Heroes. But they now feel that they can direct their intention to our charity because they know the money is being spent on the wounded. And it's been a remarkable outpouring of support, really. We weren't expecting it at all.
Yeah. You see, you're going to have maybe a lot of people who are in the armed forces who would support you, but may also have sympathy with EDL. They may be in the EDL as well, and they think they're doing nothing wrong. They think that they're helping you, and that EDL may be galvanising support for you. What would you say to that, Emma?
With respect, Eamon, we are non-political. We do not comment on political things. Please let's talk about this fantastic opportunity for people to support Help for Heroes by getting behind this bike ride. We've got boys and girls here who've lost limbs.
I tell you what, I know, and all of that's fantastic, and you get positive publicity all the time. But lots of people do want to know how you can afford to turn down this amount of money. They just want a reason for it. Just showing you some reaction coming into our programme today. Charlotte, what have you got?
Yeah, I've got one from Oliver here, who says, when it comes to charity, money is money regardless of where it comes from. Christine, it seems odd a charity would turn down money from anywhere. And Dan says, publicity stunt or not, a charity turning down donations seems utter madness.
So just a response to that, Bryn. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. I'm just saying a response. Please give me a response to that.
Equally, if we accepted the money, the first thing you'd be doing is being overwhelmed with people saying, why are we accepting money from an extremist organisation? I keep on having to say, we are non-political and non-critical. That's what we're simply here to help young men and women, and we would not want any extremist organisation trying to gain publicity out of supporting us, and that's really what this is all about. You know, there was a demonstration outside Downing Street last night. We're trying to represent hundreds of thousands of normal, decent people who just simply want us to be able to help the young men and women who are injured in the service of our country, and to do that in a non-critical way. We're not going to talk about whether wars are right or wrong. We're simply talking about a young man or woman who joins our services to support our country and is injured, and we need to keep on supporting them for life. That's really where we come from.